So this is drawing number 8 in 3D CAD, and it's fairly simple, but there's some things to look out for. There's some extra notes on here about how thick parts are. You don't have to worry about the thickness until you extrude. You are looking for the radiuses and the diameters though. Also note this blue circle here used with a center line or a construction line. Its center point is also the center of this hole, with these circles living at the top and left side quadrants. So if everything's going to live on this circle, that circle's a good thing to start drawing right off the bat. So I'm going to come over here. I've already got a sketch going on the top plane. I'm just going to press P and hide that plane. I'm going to start a circle and make sure my radius or my diameter is correct. So radius 2.24, so we're looking at a diameter of 4.48. I am going to press escape and mark that circle as a construction line. Okay, now I'm going to use a command we don't use all that often, or haven't used all that often. I'm going to use the point command. I'm going to use it to help me place these two circles, because I want them to be on the top and bottom of this circle here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to track from the center point straight up and put a point at the top of that circle. I'm going to track from the center point straight out and put a point on the side of that circle. Now if I locate some circles there, it knows exactly where they are, and I don't have to dimension them left and right. I'm just going to move that 4.48 out of the way a little bit, and I'm going to create some circles. That hole has a diameter of 0.62, goes all the way through. It's surrounded by another ring that has a diameter of 1.52. That was the worst place to try to put that. Okay, there we go. Notice those two circles came in black already. They're not blue. Onshape knows exactly where they are because I already properly defined everything else. Coming over here, we're looking for this hole now, 1.24. And we're looking for the ring around. I just did the same thing again. Center point, please. Looking for the ring around it. You can see that dimension down there of 2.0. And let's go to the center. I'm just going to move this drawing over a little bit. I can see that the hole is 1 and the ring around is 1.5. Okay, I'm not done drawing circles. You'll notice that each of these is connected by an archway, an arc that has a radius. So all I'm going to do is eyeball some circles into place and then dimension them appropriately. So that one should have a radius of 1.238. I don't feel like doing that math. I am going to say it is 1.238 times 2, because we're looking at the diameter here. I'm going to do the same at the bottom, 0.76. 0.76 times 2. And the same up here at the top. If I recall, yep, radius of 2. So, diameter 4. Alright, all of these came in blue, even though I told it how big they were going to be. That's because it doesn't know where they are. We got to use some constraints. I'm going to use the tangent constraint. Constrain it to touch that circle and that circle without crossing. Same here. This should touch there. And this should touch there. Here we go. One more set of constraints there and there. Alright. It's a little bit messy right now. Let's clean it up so it looks like the outline of this object. I'm just going to switch over to the trim tool and start cutting away some of this stuff. I don't even need what's left of that construction line circle. I am going to leave it so it shows where those are, and so that it controls all of that, and if I wanted to come back at any point and change it, I could. But I am not leaving it for visual purposes here for us. There we go. That's all we need for us. Whoops, one more trim. Couldn't hurt to trim that little bit off. Okay, there's our sketch. Now I'm going to go to a more three-dimensional view, and I'm going to use several different extrudes to do all the various thicknesses here. So extrude, I might as well start with the middle, and it is over here. There's an arrow touching the middle, 0.3256. And that's good. I'm going to turn my sketch back on because when you do that first extrusion, it hides it. I'm going to extrude this one up here, 0.5012. I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to grab that one and extrude. That's this one here, so 0.6098. You may have noticed sometimes I start the extrude command first, sometimes I select the area I'm going to extrude first. It doesn't matter, it works both ways. The last one has a thickness of 0.8224. And if we turn the sketch off, zoom out and take a look around, our object is complete. That is what you should have.